Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for being here. So today I just wanted to talk to you quickly about the progress of decluttering, because there's a progression there. When you start midway and when you're feeling really confident about decluttering, there's different feelings involved there. So I just wanted to tell you how, for me, when I started, how it was. And I'm thinking that probably some of you can relate if you're just getting started. So when I first started, it was about 2 years ago, and I came across a video from the Minimal Mom, and I just found it very interesting the way that she lived. It seemed very simple, and she didn't seem to have a lot of stuff, almost to the extreme. That's how I felt at the time. Like, I was like, wow, I can never do that. But her life was so simple. Her day-to-day, picking up, cleaning up, was simple, and I was needing that in my life. I had some anxiety and I was stressed and I had too much clutter, and I never really thought about the fact that I need to get rid of stuff. I just thought I needed to organize it better. Have you ever felt like that? Do you think I just need a better organizational system? And I'm one that loves like boxes and totes and storage containers, and I love all that stuff, but that was really not helping me much because I still had too much stuff. So I watched a few of her videos and I was very intrigued, and I was like, okay, maybe the answer for me is to get rid of some stuff. So I thought, okay, no problem, that's what I'll do. It wasn't that easy. When you're first starting out, you tend to want to hold on to things. That's why you have the problem, because you've been wanting to hold on to the things, right? That's why you haven't gotten rid of the things before now. So it wasn't as easy as I thought. And I wanted to hold on to everything. I had a huge problem with just in case items, the items that you think you're going to need one day, just in case, I better hold on to this. For example, I'll show you this. This is something that I'm decluttering right now. My whole room is filled with stuff to declutter and go through right now, this whole living room. But this was in my daughter's room, and we were going through stuff the other day, and it's one of these storage tote things, okay? But this particular size does not fit in the storage cubbies that we have around our house. It's a different size. It holds more, that's great. But I don't really have brown anything in my decor that's brown anymore, number one. Number two, it doesn't fit. And number three, we emptied it. We got rid of the stuff and reorganized and don't need it. In the past, I would have had a really hard time getting rid of this because I might need it later, just in case. It's a good storage thing. I mean, how can you get rid of something like this? So I would have folded it up like this, and I would have shoved it in a corner, in between something, under the bed. I would have put it somewhere to hold on to it. And I did that for a while. Like, I was like, I can't get rid of that. I'm going to need that one day. But what I realized is that as I get rid of more things, I don't need the organizational structure pieces as much anymore either. I never would have thought that would happen. It shocked me, but I would have held on to this in the past. Now I had no problem. As soon as we were done, I was like, that can go. I don't use that color. It doesn't fit anywhere. We don't need it. It can go. So from then till now, my decluttering muscles, as I like to call them, have strengthened to the point that things are not as hard to get rid of as they once were. I would even have a problem getting rid of some things that were my children's that they wanted to get rid of. I would want to hold on to it for them. Here's a little example. This is a puzzle. It came with a package of several of them. This one's the Honey Smack cereal, but there's like Fruit Loops, there's other ones. And I think they're so fun. And me and my daughter have done them together, and she's done them on her own. And so she only wanted to keep a couple of them, her favorites, and she wanted to get rid of the other ones. Well, I just thought they're so cute, and I love puzzles too. And in the past, I would have been like, oh, we'll just hold on to it. Maybe you'll do it. When she clearly told me my favorites are A, B, C, and D, I don't want E, F, and G. But I would have wanted to hold on to it for her. And it's, again, I'm letting her make more decisions, and she's learned from watching me. And I'm so okay with that now. I've realized if she says she doesn't want it, and she's not going to use it, or she's not going to wear it, it needs to go. So I had no problem. I was like, cool. All right, what else you want to get rid of? I promise you, the more you do this, the easier it becomes. I also there was a time period where I would put things kind of maybe in a tote or in a space when I wasn't sure about something, because my decluttering muscles had only been working a little bit and I wasn't sure about some clothing and some things. So I put it to the side, and that's okay. You can have a space where you're not sure, but then when you go back and revisit that space, several months later, you will be amazed if you have been working at this continuously. some of the pieces in there, you will think, why did I even put that in there? I know I'm not going to use that. I know I'm not going to wear that. What is this even doing in here? That has happened to me over and over, and I was amazed because I really thought I'm going to have a hard time getting rid of this. I like this. I'm going to put it to the side because I'm just not sure. And the next time I went through, it was a clear no. So don't be afraid to do that either, to put some things to the side and, don't pressure yourself too much. Make good quality decisions, but it's okay if you have a few things that you're not 100% sure about from the get-go. Okay, so I'm going to show you a real life decluttering decision I have to make right now. I have both of these bowls. I have this one and I have this one with the flamingos on it. One of them's a little bigger, this one's a little bigger, and I love them both. I've had them both probably 2 or 3 years. I probably haven't used either one. They both have price tags still on them. So if I've used them, it's not been for food items. I don't know what it's been for. And they're both in my cabinet. And I've cleaned out most of my kitchen area, but these were in the back of a cabinet and I found them the other day. And I was like, oh, I love that. I still love it. It's so pretty. Those are my colors. I love aqua. Flamingos are my thing. Like, how could I get rid of that? And I started thinking about it. I was like, if I didn't even really remember they were here and I haven't really used them, am I going to use them? I don't know. So today I'm going to get rid of one of them. I probably could get rid of both, but I'm going to keep one and I'm going to give myself a timetable, maybe 2 months. And if I don't use the bowl for anything in the next 2 months, then I can clearly let it go. So sometimes you have to kind of make a negotiation with yourself of, I'll keep this for 2 more months, but if I don't use it, then it has to go. And you have to stick to that. You got to come back and stick to that. So I don't know what to do, but here's the deal. This is something else that I realized. If I can replace the item for $5, $10, maybe even $20, it's okay to let it go. Like if it's something easily replaceable, I used to think, but I might need this, right? I might need this size bowl for a party. I don't even really have parties here, but I might. But the deal is this. This was $2.99. The sticker's still on it. $2.99. If I throw a party where I really need this size bowl and I don't have anything else that'll work, which by the way, I probably would, because if I didn't have this bowl and I was throwing a party, I would just use something else in my kitchen, whether it was this size or I used 2 smaller bowls, right? Probably. So $2.99 and this one was $2. I can replace these if I need to, right? I can totally go and get something else this size. It might not have the flamingos on it, but if I really need something like this, I could go and replace it. And that has helped me a lot in my mindset as well, to know that it's not forever ever gone. It's not a sentimental item. It's not a collectible. It's not, if it's something like this, it's okay to let it go if you're not using it. Another thing real quick that I get stuck on with something like this is that it was taking up space in my cabinet, but I didn't need that space for anything else right now. Like I had room for it. That's why it was still there. And so sometimes we think, well, if I have room for it, I'll just keep it. Like in my closet. If I have room for this, then it's not crowding anything. I may as well keep it. That's really not the best answer though, because if it's not being used and you're not going to use it, you don't love it, whatever the reason, it's just collecting dust. And really, the truth is somebody else that really needs this or has decor to match this or has a big family and needs a huge bowl for something, they could be using this. And it makes my heart happy when I get rid of something, knowing someone else can use it and will use it right now. It's been sitting in my cabinet for at least 3 years, 2 to 3 years. And no one's been enjoying it. No one's been seeing the beauty of it. No one's been using it. So it has helped me also mentally to know that the things that I'm getting rid of are useful and helpful and sometimes a blessing or an answered prayer even. You never know what somebody's looking for. And so it has helped me also to know that someone else that needs this or really loves it is going to get it. So I think for me, I don't have a very large family. This is a really large bowl. So I may pass this on to a friend or family member or put it in the decluttering pile for goodwill. I still love it. Sometimes we love things, but it doesn't mean hold on to them. Sometimes I have clothing that I really, really love, but I don't wear it. It doesn't fit right, or when I put it on, I don't like the way it hangs on me. there's something about it that I don't wear it often or at all. And even though I love it, I love the print of it or I love the material, if I'm not using it or wearing it, what's the point? It's taking up space. That's how I feel about this right now. It's not that I don't love it, because I do, but it's taking up space. It's kind of big and I don't use it. So I'm going to let this one go. Thanks for letting me walk through my decision-making process with you. So I hope that talking through some of this has helped you a little bit, especially if you're first starting out and you're really wanting to hold on to everything. Trust yourself. Trust your decisions. I was not a good decision maker. I wanted to hold on to everything. I didn't believe I could make the right decision, or I was afraid of making the wrong decision. As far as decluttering goes, there's really no right or wrong. It's totally up to you, the timeline that you're on, the way you want to go about it. But trust your gut, trust your instincts, and you will find that you build upon that and you start to really have confidence in your decisions. When you start letting things go and you start seeing it make a difference in your home and in your life and in your family life and in how easy it is to clean your house and all the things that it does for you, which I had no idea it would do, but it does, you'll start to have that confidence. So I just say in the beginning, try to believe in yourself with the decisions you need to make. Make them slowly if you need to. Put things aside for a little while if you need to. But make the decisions. Don't procrastinate. Don't put it off. Don't say, I'm going to do this next week. I'll start next week. I'll start when the kids go back to school. I'll start in the new year. Just go ahead and do a little bit at the time. Do a little bit and feel that feeling of, oh, I got some of that done and I got some of that out of my house. Or clean off your desk. Maybe you haven't done that. Or make your bed. Or do a small project. Go just in the Tupperware cabinet and straighten that up and get out the things that you know you don't use. And when you open that, you'll be like, I did that. I made that look better. I got rid of the stuff. It's so much easier to organize, and you'll want to move on to other areas of your home and your life. So I hope somehow this might inspire you to get started or to keep going. Just keep going. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you come back and join us again soon. Bye.